Hello and welcome back to another Tinkercad design video. We're going to be working on building the walls for our house. So just go into your design that you've created right here. And actually something I forgot to say in the last video is definitely change the name of your design up on the top. So I'm just going to put robot lot right up in the top there so everyone knows that this is my design. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, remember you're on the 2D view right here, and we're just going to click on our robot, and for now we're going to move it, and I'm just holding down and moving it off the board, just out of the way, so it's not going to bother us with what we're doing now. Okay, so same thing as before, we're going to click on the top view right there, so we're looking down, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. You can zoom in either by clicking the plus button there, that's a little bit too far in. Not that far in. Or you can just slide your fingers, two fingers, on the trackpad to zoom in or out. So whichever way is easiest for you. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a box, and I'm just going to slide the box in the corner. Now if you remember, one of the instructions was we want to make our walls a certain size. But first thing we're going to do is we're just going to rotate these a little bit. So I'm just going to click on the little blue part of the box right there, and just that'll rotate my design this way. And I'm going to click on the white part on the top of the box. Remember, the white part moves it up and down. Okay, the arrow will actually move your shape up and down, but the white part will move your box up and down, the actual dimensions. And we're gonna put in 5. So click on the white part, go over here, and just type 5 right there, and that's gonna make the height of our walls a little bit lower. Okay, once you've got that, we're just gonna click back up on top, and I believe the length of our our walls was going to be 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9. And then we're going to go down 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is one wall right there. All we need to do is we can duplicate that. So now you remember up in the corner we had duplicate, and that is Control D. I am actually on a Mac, so it's Command D. But on any other computer like a Chromebook, it's going to be Control D. So I'm actually not going to tap on that. I'm just going to use the keyboard shortcut to do that. So here we go. I'm just going to duplicate it once, and I'm just going to use my arrow key to move it over. Now another tip, if you hold down the Shift button next to Z, everything will move a lot faster. So you can try that if you like. I'm just going to click again, and then I'm going to duplicate it. Okay. And remember, that was either clicking on this or hitting Control D or Command D, depending on what kind of computer you're on. And then I'm just going to push the down arrow on my keyboard, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to duplicate it. Oh, I made a mistake there. I made it a bit too far down, so I'm just going to click the Undo button right there, and then I'm just going to duplicate it again, and I'm just going to move over. All right, so I have my 4 walls all ready to go. Now the next thing is I'm just going to move my view a little bit up, and if you remember correctly, to move our view up, we hold down the Shift button and 2-finger click on our keyboard, on our trackpad, and that allows us to pan and move around a little bit. So there we go. Now I'm a bit more center. So that was Shift button and 2-finger click on the trackpad, and you can move your camera angle around. Okay, next thing, we want to do the windows, so that should be easy enough. I'm just going to grab this little box right here, and this is actually called a hole, and I'm going to show you how that works in a second, and I'm going to grab another one right here. So there's my windows for one wall. I'm going to do the windows, 2 windows for another wall, and on the bottom I'm going to do, I guess I'll do 2 windows for every single wall, so there's lots of light coming into my house. There and there and there. And then for these 2 on the top, I'm going to do a door. So I'm going to grab this box, I'm going to put it right there as a door, and I'm going to extend that up just a little by clicking on the black little box there. I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And all I need to do is just duplicate that. So just duplicate it, and I'm going to bring it over to here and put it there. Okay, so here's this is actually an interesting new feature you're going to learn. It's called grouping, but it's going to take away a shape from another shape. So all you do is use your bounding box. To do that, you click on your trackpad and just slide over until you get that kind of red box around your shape. And then you hit Command or Control G, and all that is this thing right here, the grouping. So Control G if you're on a Chromebook, or Command G if you're on a Mac. And there you go. It actually takes away the shapes and will give you kind of a different, I'm just going to do it for every single one of these separately, will give you a totally different shape. So I'm just using the bounding box and doing all my 4 walls. Okay, nice work. Okay, in the next video we're going to stand the walls up and put a roof on.